What's an elevator pitch, y'all?
Hence the elevator, you're on the elevator with the person and you have about 2 minutes to pitch your idea to them. And so what can you say in those 2 minutes?
Okay, 2 minutes. That's a long elevator ride. But
we're in public housing.
Yeah, I would say a little bit.
That is a very long time.
Oh, that's for real. Oh my gosh. It's a good story, a short story.
Short story. Okay.
I believe an elevator pitch is also just a way that you can get people to buy into your vision. But when it's an elevator pitch, you're not in the elevator that long. I would say no more than a minute. To be honest, 30 seconds. If you can combine everything that you do in a 30 seconds to 1 minute speech, it'll help.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else have an idea of an elevator pitch? All right, I think that's good enough. When have you used an elevator pitch in your past? Have you?
We did when we came on.
Say it again.
I mean, I do it a lot with outreach and door knocking. Typically, you knock on the door, you have that 30 seconds to kind of pique their attention before they close the door or even open the door. Like you have 30 seconds, I said, peeking through the peephole. You're trying to convince them to open the door.
Totally.
Would you say it like a job interview?
Yeah, job interview. Okay.
At dinner with friends, or when you're walking around and hanging out, people are like, "What are you doing?"
Anyone else? Any last places you've used an elevator pitch?
I use it at work all the time. When I want to convince my boss activities for the residents to do outside the facility, especially during this pandemic.
Yeah, so you're already in the kind of like world of pitching to get someone to do something.
Yeah.
So you're the expert we're going to call on for this. All right. I'm going to do a quick video. Let's see. Kyla picked this one out, so if it's not good, blame them.
Wow.
The elevator pitch is your first step towards becoming a networking god. Hey, Mr. CEO, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you.
Ruben, right?
Yes.
I've heard a lot of good things about you.
Nice.
So,
nice.
What is it that you do then exactly?
Well, I like merge all my talents together and just give it out to the world, like all my stuff inside me. It's like a mixture of stuff. Like I'm a creative guy, people's person, obviously. I write a bit of comedy, I present, I get up stage, talk to people, and I just know together all my creative ideas and the whole team. That's not an elevator pitch. That's the ramblings of an unprepared. An elevator pitch is a sentence that sums up what you do so concisely that you can tell it in a space of the average elevator ride. If you were to write it down, it'd be about 140 characters, which is about a tweet. So let's try that again, shall we? Hey, Mr. CEO, good to see you, sir. Good to see you.
Hi, Ruben, right?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, I've heard a lot of good things about you.
Okay, nice.
So what is it you do then?
I'm a presenter and a comic. I host live events and I make online comedy videos. And I'm also co-founder of individualism.co.uk, which is the UK's leading men's style blog.
Excellent. I've got a few events coming up for me to do your services. I can't.
I do. Yes, I do. There you go.
I'll be in touch.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a nice day, mate. See everything. Preparation, it got me some potential work with the CEO of this whole company.
Did you say immense Sterling?
All right, video time. So that's what we're working on. You know, just to be super clear though, you know, in that case, that person was really a personal pitch, right? A personal pitch of the one person. In this case, we're going to be working on elevator pitches about your program and to get interest into your program or service. And we're going to think about it in two ways. We're going to think about two types of elevator pitches. And those are the two types of elevator pitches that we're going to work on. And that is an elevator pitch for potential participants. That is the people that you want to be part of your program. How are you pitching the program to them, the service to them? And then an elevator pitch to your potential funders or your access holders, the people who you need to get something from, you need to get funding from, you need to get buy-in from, those people in the community that you've talked to who are already gatekeepers in your community, local politicians, that kind of thing. So it's really important to have these two distinct elevator pitches, because one will be about getting someone into your program and one will be getting someone kind of bought into your program as far as access. Any questions on the two types of pitches that we're going to do? No, seems pretty clear. Well, there's a very simple template for this, right? And that is like you introduce yourself, you present the problem, you present your solution, you share your value proposition of your service, and you add a call to action. Now, when I think about a call to action, I think about like, what is the thing that I can leave someone that they can get in touch with me? They know what to do next. They know how to get to be a part of my program. They know who to call. They know who to invest in. Like, what can I leave them with that gives them an action they can take if they want to be involved with me, be part of my service, participate in my program, or fund my program? So we've devised this worksheet, very simple worksheet for y'all to work through. We're going to give you some time to do that. We're running out of time, of course, so we'll only have a little bit of time to do this. But so yeah, an elevator pitch is a short, snappy, easy to grasp explanation of the program or service you've been doing work on over the past 5 months. It can be used when you're asked, what do you do? What is your program? Or when approaching funders or participants to join you in support. Kenesha, definitely same thing. Pitches really should be no more than 60 seconds, really aim for 30 seconds. So anywhere between the 30-second and 60-second place. So what we're going to do is we're going to break you out into teams and we're going to help you work on this worksheet together. We may or may not have time to kind of come together and give each other elevator pitches. I think we can play that by ear, team. But we'll spend, let's say 25 minutes in these rooms, but it might not take that long. So just play it by ear with us. We'll see how long this takes. So let's go ahead and start setting up breakout rooms.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna send everybody in, and then Jamila.
Complex ideas down to 30 to 60 seconds. That is why you have to practice it and think about it, to be really, really intentional about it. So here's some tips to improve your elevator pitch. One, write them. Obviously, you may have gotten to a first draft of one. A first draft is never a final draft. Like, go through, make sure that it's cleaned up, okay? Like, first draft is never the final draft. It's just your first thought. So then once you go through your first draft, practice it. You'll never get better at something you don't put time into. I think we all know that. Some of us will make it easier. Some will need a lot more practice. Some of you are natural orators. You know, you naturally connect with people. You can tell them exactly what you're trying to do. You can tell them exactly what you need from them in 30 seconds and you're done. And some of us need a little bit more coaching, a little more practice, and just know that that's okay. And we all run the gambit on that. The other thing, another thing that I used to do when I was working on like my thesis and stuff was like record myself and listen to myself. So like, it's cringy to hear your voice. It's terrible. You put it on your thing. You're like, oh no, is that the way that I actually sound? but it's really a surefire way to hear how fast and clearly you're talking and find a way to improve. So I would say record yourself, listen to the thing, say, is this convincing? Was I talking too fast? Was there too many words? How can I improve this? The other thing is give your pitches to a friend or a family member. Like honestly, like someone who doesn't know what you're doing, see if they understand what you said and what they're expected to do next. So make sure that your call to action is super clear so that if you were to give this to a friend or a family member who has no idea what you're doing, they know what next step to take from your pitch. And the last thing is like, just remember to keep it short and punchy. Sometimes less can be more in this case. So think of this pitch as lasting no more than 30 seconds, and it should definitely not be more than 60 seconds. That's it on my side. Oh, last thing. You'll be the first thing that we'll do coming into 2 weeks from now. So the next session that we have all together, not the optional section, but the real section, we'll start with everyone giving their elevator pitches. And ranking each other and stuff. So just, you're going to come prepared. We're going to be real sharks. I'm going to put on a shark outfit. I don't have a shark outfit, but maybe if I did, I will put it on and we will listen to your pitches. And that's it. Kyla, what's up?
Cool. All right, next slide. And my video is off, y'all, because my internet is wild right now. So expectations for the next week that we are moving into, August 6th through August 13th. In class, we just did that today, worked on our implementation plan, worked on and introduced our elevator pitch, and then we didn't get a chance today to do share outs, but we will be working on that next week, especially since you're coming to our mandatory one-to-ones next week. Yeah, all right, cool. And within those office hours, within those one-to-ones that we are doing are mandatory, I'm gonna keep saying it over and over again, we're gonna support the development of your implementation plan and your budgeting document, as well as continue to work on that elevator pitch. And we are looking to sign off on, which again means that the implementation plan and the budgeting document that we've been working on for the past week and a half are going to be due to get signed off on, because those are the deliverables that you need to complete to be able to get your funds released to you August 12th by 5 p.m. So those are the things that I'm going to be pushing within our one-to-ones that we're doing to make sure that everybody is moving towards what we need to move towards successfully. And y'all know we get it done in the one-to-ones. We get it done. All right. So again, just to reiterate, refine your elevator pitch, continue to work on your budgeting doc and implementation plan outside of class, right? So it's not just in the one-to-ones that we're doing this work. It's not just in these Friday sessions that we're doing this work, but outside of class, it is expected that y'all are meeting as a group so that you can all have input in what's happening and how you are moving forward. And the sign off, again, August 12th, 5 p.m. Have these documents done, the implementation plan and your budgeting document. We've been talking about them so much that I feel like I should be a part of your budget. But make sure that they are complete so that August 12th, 5 p.m. we can have them signed off on, and y'all can get one step closer to getting your funds released to you. Next slide, please. Closing question. All right.